If you want to learn how to work with your Submittal data stored on Autodesk Build using Submittal API, this video is for you. Hi, I'm Ethan Kang, developer advocate at Autodesk. This video will guide you how to work with Submittal API. Submittal API is part of APS Autodesk Platform Services. Before we start, as you have some previous knowledge in using APS API, such as create APS developer account and app to get account ID and secret, provision APS app using custom integration in construction account admin to make API work with your construction data, and some basic API use like getting 3-leg access tokens. Also, to work with Submittal API, we must know how to get the project ID, so you should already know how to retrieve the project and files. Additionally, you'll be more helpful if you are familiar with the Submittal product feature in the cloud product. If you are new to all of these prerequisites, check out this tutorial video on YouTube here. In this video, we'll focus on how to work with Submittal API. We'll go through an API basic operation, how it looks like on the UI, and walk through the tutorial step by step to help you understand how the API works. We'll focus on the create item in this video. Submittal transition and attachment will be covered in other videos. Now let's have a quick overview of what Submittal are and how its API works. Here is the construction product family. Submittal is a module within the build. It provides a tool to create and organize Submittal items, such as sharp drawing and specifications, and to submit or notify for review and the distribution along the stakeholders to track progress and report. Its API is compatible with build only. Submittal API is a RESTful web API. It works all projects in the Autodesk data center. It supports auto-region routing, so we just need to specify the correct project ID when calling the API. Here we assume you already know how to get the project ID using the Data Manager API. But here let me highlight that we must remove the b dot prefix from the project ID when retrieved from the Data Manager API. In current release, Submittal API allows you to create, update, retrieve Submittal items, transition items, retrieve item revision, create and retrieve spec sessions, retrieve package, item type, item response, item step, and task. And review template. It also supports close tasks. It also supports create, update, download attachments, retrieve attachments associated with the Submittal items, retrieve the custom numbering and validate it. It retrieves a list of project manager, users' permissions, and the project metadata. Now we'll use the build to overview the relationship between the UI and API. This will help us to learn how to code the API correctly. First, here is a Submittal entry. It also shows Submittal item list. In build, Submittal items is a digital record of document, sample, or data that the contract sent to the architect or engineer in the design team for review and approval before the work is done. To get a list of Submittal items in your project, we can call it get items. Here is its response. As you can see, this endpoint support pagination. Pagination is an important concept for returning list or collection of data in RESTful API to decrease the server load. The dataset can be accessed like a book page. If we want to the next page of a dataset, then we can specify the offset to tell the API to return it. By default, Submittal API only returns 20 items. And here we have 140 items in total. Then we can use the UI showing in the next URL to get a next page of submittal items. In UI, we can click either submittal item to see its detail like this. We can call the API get items by ID to see the send data. The type ID is for the type item type. Spec ID is for the spec sessions. State IDs represent for the item current status. In the UI, we can see the item status here. We can see its current state is prepared for review with the ID MGR-1. And here we can see who should process these items. And in the UI, we can see the send here. And here is the manager's Autodesk ID. And here is for the subcontract. The Autodesk ID represents the ID of an Autodesk user account, which is the user account when you log into the Autodesk Cloud product and other Autodesk product. With the Autodesk ID, we can get the detail by passing into the admin API, which is covered in the other videos. The package ID is for the package in the last slide. Submittal package are the list of custom packages to group multiple related submittals. We can call the get package API to get the data. In the UI, we can click the package to see its detail like this. And we can call a get a package by ID to get a send. If you want to know which submittal item is associated with this package, we can use the filter when calling the get item endpoint like this way. Next is the spec session. It used to organize and categorize the submittals. We can call the get spec to get the send data. And UI, we can click the spec session to see the detail like this. And we can call the get specs by ID to get the send data. Member roles are crucial in submittals. Different role has different responsibility and permissions. The subcontract can be any project member responsible for submitting document or material for approval. The submittal manager, typically the general contractor, is responsible for submittal management organization and review assignments. The reviewer, typically the architect, is responsible for reviewing and approving or rejecting submittal. The optional reviewer are engineer and consultant for review or feedback. The watchers are various stakeholders who receive notification on status changes. When submittal manager create items, they can set any member as the subcontractor during or after item creation. In the submittal setting, project admin can configure permission for all of them except for the subcontract. Additionally, manager's permission must be configured before creating submittal items. Each role has different capability. In summary, everyone in the project can create a new submittal items. Only the project admin and manager can create and manage the package, and only managers can import the submittal items as the draft. And submittals can be viewed by anyone who has a role in the submittal. From the API's perspective, we can verify the permission by inspecting the permitted actions. We will toggle it in detail later. But before that, let's look at the submittal settings UI. First is the permission tab. Here we can grant the manager permission to either a project member, a user role, or company. In the API, we can call a get mappings endpoint. You will return the data in this structure. The Autodesk ID represents the ID of a user or company or role in the Autodesk database. And the numerical value here for the user type represent the type of this Autodesk ID to determine if it's a user, a company, or role, which is a common concept in the Submittal API for user-related data and permission. Similar to the user type, the Submittal role is to categorize the user permission. Here we can only see the value is 1, which means this value is for the manager permission. And next is the default values tab. Here we can configure the default value for manager, review times, and the watcher list. You automatically fill in the default value when creating a new submittal items if we don't specify any. In the API, we can call the get metadata to see this value. Next is a response tab. Here we can configure the response for use when review and processing the submittals. Approve response is used when accepting, approving a submittal. Revisit and resubmit response is used when a submittal requires modification before approval. Reject response is used when authorize rejecting a submittal. In API, we can call get response to get the data. And we can identify the response type by checking its category ID. Category ID equal 1 is for approved response. Category ID equal 2 is for revisit and resubmit response. 3 is for rejected response. Here is a submittal item type tab. Item type is help classify and describe the content or purpose of submittals rather than rely on solely on the spec sessions. Type enable user to quickly identify the key detail about a submittal, such as self-drawing, product data, and samples. In API, we can call the get item type to get the data. He also provides one endpoint to retrieve a specific item type, like this. Here's the review template tab. We can generally manage the custom submittal review template in this tab to streamline the workflow by defining a structured multi-step review process, including the information about required and the optional reviewer, review duration, and sequencing. In API, we can call the get template to get the data. Here's advanced submittal settings allows you to control numbering and closed submittal visibility to project admins, submittal managers, and the individual involved with the submittal items. In API, we can call the get metadata and check the custom identifier sequence type. This option will affect the custom numbering in the submittal. The value 1 is for global numbering. Value 2 is for spec session numbering. And unfortunately, there's no API to get this closed submittal visibility in the API. Next is enumeration in submittals. It's another crucial concept in Submittal API. You might wonder how to access or retrieve the meaning of the numerical value in the API response, like a user type, submittal role, category, and status ID. How can we know their meaning without manual process? Taking a user type and a submittal role as an example, here we can call a get metadata API. In the response, we can get an Enum detail like this way. User type 1 is stand for a user, 2 is for a company, 3 is for a user role. And the submittal role, 1 is for submittal manager, 2 is for the submittal user. Here's another example. response category, we can also get the Enum detail by calling the metadata API. Here is another one. We can get the item status detail by calling get metadata. Submittal API supports user context authentication type. The access token generated from this type represents the user account we log into. The API interaction will based on this user and this user's permission configuring in the project and the submittals. You can implement this using the traditional 3-leg tokens with the user interaction to log in their user account, or use the SSA tokens with the robot user authentication. We have another video to cover authentication and the SSA token in detail. And you will need a scope in token, data read for reading the data, data write for creating and modify the submittals. And one more is the account read, because to get the information of the user, company, and role, we will call the admin API. This requires the account read scope. And here are the limitation of the Submittal API. In current release, it doesn't support creating package, item type, response, review template, review state tasks, and the item revision. It also doesn't support update and delete Submittal data. Also doesn't support batch operation. And here to highlight, we cannot create a review template, review step, and task using the API, but we can assign a review template when creating a submittal item during the creation. Then we can have a review step and task associated with the created submittal items. Here is the API resource and documentation for the Submittal API. Field guides is for the API overview for the Submittal API. API reference is the API spec for each endpoint in Submittal API. Tutorial are step-by-step guides for using the Submittal API. In this video, we'll follow this create Submittal items tutorial to help you understand how the Submittal API works. Other tutorial will be covered in the other videos. We'll also provide a Postman script. Here, we'll use it later. And as February 2026, we don't have a SDK support for the Submittal API, but we can still call this Submittal API with HTTP client in any programming language.